Good afternoon, everybody. Am I still not? It's done it again.
Haha! There we go. Missed my good afternoon, everybody, but I'm here. Hello. Muppets! How dare you, Sundancer? How dare you? Right, so welcome to the stream. I didn't have a stream last Friday, I don't think. No, I didn't. We were a little busy last week. But I finally managed to get Nathaniel Garrow under camera today, and hopefully I'll, Damn right it is, Manda! For the Brotherhood! I am a little obsessed. I'm painting a Hume in a tin box. So yeah, we're going to be painting Nathaniel Garrow today, and hopefully tomorrow I've been allowed to have a go at it and see if I can mess it up or not. Fair enough. There's a couple of strange ones in the chat today. That's all I'm gonna say. Right. I've already started a little. No, I haven't. No, I haven't pre-ordered 76 yet. Not with the Power Armor helmet, because I kind of. Okay. Long story short, I'm not going to American Amazon to order it to have it shipped here, to then be smacked by £30 import charge, and the box already being $200. And I was like, do you know what? For £25, I can make, I can just make a helmet. Well, if you can't hear me, there's not much point in telling him, is there? Toggle side helped. Yeah, I mean, I can pre-order it, but I could just make one. And I might enjoy it more. Anyway, I don't actually like the T51 helmet that much. I don't like the T51 armor. No, totally agree with you there, Amanda. It's a bit expensive. But the base game is still 60 US dollars. But at least that gives you access to the beta if you really want to be in on that. Notice I haven't done anything yet on them all. But that one is yeah, it's genuine, yeah. Doesn't matter, I can still make one and still feel proud of doing it myself. Having said that, I am actually going to have to remake my T60 helmet at some point because the shape of it isn't quite right. Anyway, as you can see, Mr. Garrow has been built, primed, and pre-shaded. And I've pre-shaded him with a base of black, then went into mid-tones with a bit of grey, and then sort of hot-spotted the upper areas with some white. And that's all using the Stylorez stuff. So that's all this stuff here, all airbrush primers. Steve has joined us, or hosted us. Nice. Always good to see him being active and doing things. So from this point, now that I have him in this sort of pre-shades, so much primer on him, it's ridiculous. I think it's time to actually start working on his armor. Hi, Steve. And this is something I kind of found by accident when I was painting years and years and years ago. That doing nice sort of metallic armor didn't require you just to paint the whole thing in a metallic and then wash it down. I actually found a different way to do it, which made it a bit more subtle. I'm going to do it, and if you don't like it, that's fine. And if I like it, that's fine. Oh, guys, you're all so negative about Fallout 76. Stop it. I'm going to enjoy it, because it'll be me, Lozzie, and Justin, probably, will be playing it, and we'll all be horrendous at it, except for me. Like, I clearly know what I'm doing all the time in all things. So what I'm going to be starting with, on top of my pre-shaded primer, because we are meant to be here to be painting, I could talk about other stuff. Oh no, Lena, I am so sorry. Maybe I should have saved it. You'll see it on Friday too. I'll be doing this again tomorrow, hopefully. Right, back to what I was talking about. So from the primed pre-shaded stage, I'm going to give the model a dry brush, and I'm going to be dry brushing a gunmetal onto it. So let's just get on with that. And I've liked the effect that this does. Other people might not, but I kind of like it. Your pre-shading and your priming sort of becomes the base for this, and then the dry brushing just gives it that little metallic hint. That should be enough. So let's give it a go and see what we think of it. Obviously some of this is going to come out quite metallic, but again, I'm not too concerned about it. This guy was Death Guard Tuffy. Garo was Death Guard before they became all... Yuck. No, he's a lifeguard. He is a bit. No, he's just awesome. He doesn't need any other titles other than, what is it? Something of the Sigilite. Garo's just awesome. I always imagine Garo, if he wasn't a Space Marine, he'd be like a Saturday morning kitchen presenter. What is the best way to make to make a pavlova suitable for the Emperor? I didn't see that. They need to hurry up with Wasteland Warfare, to be honest. You hope, Manda. You hope. We might see another delay. You never know. I forgot how intense this, or how intensive this dry brush layer usually is. Ben, I am painting Battle Captain Nathaniel Garrow from the Horus Heresy character series. You can really tell the chaos in the orc players in here. Or the chaos in the orc fans. He's a traitor. It's just a man in a tin. Hello, Milma. So we'll get all the silver dry brush on, and then do the next step, and then you can decide if you guys like the result of it or not. I kind of hope you do, because I've done this a few times and I've really enjoyed the results of it. Now, have I managed to dry brush everything I wanted to? More or less. That's right, John, just throw it around. Just throw that model you actually spent your own money on buying. Just throw it around, it's fine. Okay. Clean my brush off. Still metallic paint on this brush. Another wee quick pass with what's left on it. That'll do. Right. Should I do this or the brass? No, I'll do the brass later. So we're moving on to a wash. And we're going to be doing a dark tone, which is essentially a black wash. And we'll be applying this quite thinly over the whole model. So thinly, in fact, I probably could do with some flow improver if I've seen it lying around anywhere. Aha, you're hiding on me. I'll thin this wash down a bit. Just stirring it just to make sure it's nice and thin. Get some water on the brush tool. No, I don't think we need anything bits wise. Pretty sure there's plenty flying about in here somewhere. Right, now I've got my thinned out black wash. I'm now going to apply it over the whole model. Or at least over all the armor. Maybe thinned it a bit too much. That's alright. Hello Tony, today we are painting Nathaniel Garrow, or starting to paint Nathaniel Garrow from Horus Heresy. He's clearly not swinging the sword, he's using it as a counterbalance. In my mind, that's what he's doing anyway. Could have absolutely afforded to have gone heavier on the black wash. And the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, I really should have. Tony, he should be sort of like a dark silver. Look, basically he's meant to be wearing like bear armor. There's not any paint on it. It's just basically brushed steel or whatever it is. And Tuffy, yes, he is safely back in his comfort zone. In fact, I'd say around, yeah, ceramite, yeah. But ceramite, surely there would be some, well, I don't even know what ceramite is technically. I haven't read up on what they consider to be ceramite. Bear armor. We're not going down that path today, Amanda, please. Oh, here we go. Amanda, this is your fault today. There's not much I can do. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let you guys throw those puns around, and I'm just going to sit here and paint my Nathaniel Garrow. Okay, for those of you that are actually paying attention, this is the first layer of silver dry brushed on, and then the dark tone wash put over the top to sort of give it a dull steel look. Now, once that dries, I should be able to highlight it a bit more. I'll maybe add a second layer of metal, but take it up a level a very light dry brush of it and take it up a little bit of a level, and then add another layer of this wash over it. When I've done it before, I've went a lot heavier on the dry brush and a lot heavier on the wash as well, so that's probably what's... I have a big echo. Does this help? Bliggy is now following, thank you for the follow. Alright, I wonder what's causing that as an echo then. Not sure. I shouldn't have two mics active, there should only be one. Let's have a look. Default.
What's that doing? Is that better? Has the echo gone now, or has it just got worse? What the hell? Worse now. There, how's that? Is that better now? Winner, okay. It was actually because there was two mics active. I will apologize. There was indeed two mics active. Turn it off and on again. Yeah, damn it, I forgot. Damn it, Jerry. Hello, Dave. Alright. What do we do in the meantime, or do we just let this dry? Any thoughts? Should we let it dry? Should we push on to something else? It has a ton of flow improver in it though, so it will take a while to dry. Don't really want to do another dry brush over something, so another detail, so maybe we'll just let it dry a few minutes. And in fact, I'll maybe make this stream a bit longer. I'm rather quiet now. How about now? Is that better? That's not a safe question. That's a bit better. But if I bring it any closer, I'm self-monitoring, so I do hear myself. Luckily without an echo, but I get incredibly loud in my own ears, which is a bit disconcerting. An excuse to get a tank out while waiting. I don't have any tanks to finish or tinker around with at the minute. Nothing that I can show you. I'll leave it at that. Get a brew, yes, Paul. You just turned your PC volume up, and as you were doing that, I was doing this with the mic, so I was talking louder into it. Washing paint dry is a great hobby. It is. Do you know what? We can fix this. We can fix this with a hairdryer. One moment. I know this is a resin model, so I'm being very careful. I might straighten that sword out, to be honest. Don't even... I'm almost starting to get the Garrow look myself. It's almost gone. There isn't a disaster incoming, be shh, shh. Confidence. Confidence in all things. I don't want to be... I don't want to have the full Justin. It wouldn't be a good look on me. Alright, so hairdryer helped. We can now push on. And I'm thinking maybe just a second dry brush of gunmetal over the top. Yeah, I think just another gunmetal ought to do the trick. And then a second, probably a second wash of the dark tone. I don't know, it might make it too dark at that point, so I may just leave it as is. Let's see what the second dry brush does anyway. Paul, your quickest and the most immediate way of doing rust on cars is to get a really bright orange paint and dry brush that very lightly on edges. What you can also do is take a larger dry brush and dry brushing like a browny orange first, and then finishing it off with a very high orange. Who am I painting? I'm painting Nathaniel Garrow. Rar. Yeah, alright, the second dry brush is really bringing this up a lot better now. So I'm probably going to leave it with just that second dry brush. It looks a bit brighter and a bit more steely. Yeah, yeah, try doing it with a sponge as well. You could mix it, Jerry. You know, you could sponge with a darker brown and then dry brush an edge with the orange, which would work just as well. Okay, that is the second coat, or the second dry brush of gunmetal. And I think, if I look at it a bit closer here, I think that looks okay. It's maybe not the best metal work I've ever done. I quite like how that shoulder has turned out though. Anyway, let's what should we do? What should we do? This is my own model, so I'm getting very indecisive about it. Ah, I've got something on my arm and it's really killing me. Do we do some? Yeah, let's do some focused dry brushing now. Let's switch it up a bit to plate mail, and then I have an airbrush chrome, which I'm going to put on as a hard edge highlight to the armor. In fact, I could probably do with a smaller dry brush than the one I have. Do I have one that's in decent shape? The answer would be no. Well, no, that one's rubbish. Do I have a better one? You might do. And Jerry's doing a a talking tutorial as I'm trying to paint. Good on him. He knows what he's talking about. Okay, so with the brighter silver, let's just see how this looks. We'll just do it in places. We don't want to go all over the model. Um, Dave, I would, when you're zenithing, I would actually just hit the belly with a lighter color, but let it, if it's standing upright, let it fade out. So give it quite a bright zenith, focusing on that belly, and then let it fade out, because it will get darker, obviously, as the shade happens. Okay, I think the metalwork's starting to look pretty decent now. Don't know how well you guys can see it under camera. hold them up. Let's see what you think of that. I kind of like what it's doing down the leg there. Looks very sort of beaten metal. Yeah. I'm happy enough with that for now. We can come back to hard edging another time, because there will be areas that I'll want to pick out in other colours, so we'll figure that out as we go along. Now, I want to get onto some brass or gold details. We'll go back to using this MIG colour because I fell in love with it. So it's the metal old brass. A really nice colour to use. Nah. Right, I need a small-ish brush. That is a base coating brush. That is not small. That is an insane detail, John. That is not right either, probably. Throwing stuff around today. Why can't I get back in the swing of this? Alright, anyway. Move the mouse out of the way. Let's paint the eagle in. I love the look of this eagle. It's so badass. As far as army projects go, nothing current. There may be a couple of things in the pipeline, but I'm not quite sure what they are yet. Or what they're going to be, or when. I know that's pretty vague, but that's as accurate as information as I can give. Because nobody tells me nothing. No, Jerry. Simply no. For the yeah, yeah. Pull the other one, mate. Amanda is grum is out is Englishing me? Is out Englishing me? Oh, don't worry, Amanda. I am being told things. I'm just not allowed to repeat them. But no, actually, in reality, no. There aren't currently any army projects planned. There are things planned, but no army projects at the minute. Badass eagle. One badass eagle. Should I paint the one on the back? I think I will, but not the actual back of it. No, do you know what? Screw it. This is my Garrow. I can paint them however I want. You should definitely do that, Manda. That would be really, really cool to see. Because you'll be able to incorporate the text into the project as well, so you can like back up your article with a lot more images and stuff. Perhaps make a video tutorial or a video guide. It might break some guidelines, but maybe not necessarily ours. Okay. Right, I'm going to take a little break. We're going to get a brew. Was there dancing? No, there was not dancing, Jerry. I'm about to go on my halftime break. So guys, I will be back very shortly. If you have any comments or criticism on Garo so far, the model, not the character, please, chuck it into the chat and I'll check it out when I get back. So I shan't be long, fellas, ladies and gents even. Alright, I'm back. A space work in a high-vis jacket. We could do that. We could totally do that. I have my brew. Um, I walked out and Justin said perfect timing, which is never a good thing to hear, because they're currently looking through a lot of these celestial painting competition entries, which are in the office at the minute, and barely one of them has come out of its box without some sort of damage on it. So it looks like I'm going to be busy for the rest of the afternoon after the stream fixing other people's work, which makes me horrendously nervous. But they're here to take photographs of, so they have to look good. Anyway, back to Garo, because I can relax looking at Garo and not freak out over what I have to do in like an hour's time. I'll continue on with some brass detail, I think. We'll make a smaller brush here and I'll start picking out some of the small, nice little details. Hello, Crisp. Please don't. Okay, I think we'll do this band around the shoulder here. I know that Garo's armor is meant to be like very unornate, but everyone I've seen paint him has like brass friggin' everywhere. I can see why, but at the same time it's like brass everywhere. So I'm going to do a fair bit of brass and gold, but I think I'm going to counter that a little bit with making all the rivets like a really high silver. How can I fix someone else's work? Super glue and a lot of patience, because the models that are coming through and some of the dioramas are absolutely stunning, but inherently fragile. And some of the painters have actually emailed Sam for photos of the damage, and then they've asked if I could fix it, and that makes it even worse. That means it's definitely my fault if I can't. It freaks me out a little bit. Crisp, it really depends on what color you're going to be doing it. Yeah, and at least they're happy enough with the repairs I have done so far. So, but they're here for photography, so they have to be in one piece. Crisp, it's typically 1 part paint to 2 parts thinner. For like a standard army painter paint. For a metallic, maybe a touch more thinner, not much though. That's the rough thing. The way I found it worked best is pour a little paint, or put as much paint in as you want, then start adding thinner until the consistency's right and it comes through the airbrush nice and neat, without spattering too much or doing any other untoward things. You kind of find you'll eventually be able to measure it by eye, which is what I do, which is very hard for me to actually say ratios half the time. I sort of, like, you'll see me working with the airbrush, it's like, bit of this, bit of this, bit of this, shake it up, there we go. But generally with Army Painter, it's a 2 to 1, I find. I'm not an expert. Exactly. Just trial and error, and find what way to mix things works for you as well as for the airbrush you're using. Oh dear. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Ah. I hate that when you're in the middle of something really fine and you're like, oh no. Oh no. And then everywhere starts to itch. You start, and it's like, everything goes, and you're like, stop it. I need to pay attention. No, the main colors are done. He's like a gunmetal armor. So I have all that more or less done, and now I'm on the smaller parts, on the trim of the armor, so to speak. There goes the eye again. Now the back of the head will get itchy, and then the nose will get itchy. And I'll be like, can I just paint, please? Trying to figure out how much gold I can get away with putting on before it gets a little bit too ostentatious. But at the same time, it's still quite a nicely balanced model between areas that you can make brass and areas that you can keep as a gunmetal. And I kind of like him having a bit more brass and gold on him. I think it's kind of suiting. Just the chat has gone very quiet, guys. You're all either busy painting your own stuff or not listening at all, which is fine. Hardly in awe. Enjoy hearing my voice. See, Manda has an excuse. So does Sub. Oh, so funny story. Well, kind of funny story. So a lot of you know that I play World of Warcraft. I've been playing it for years and years and years, and I've obviously made like a couple of wargaming friends through it as well. And I get a message the other night from a guy that I haven't talked to properly in about 4 or 5 years, and all it says is, "My wife likes you," and I was like, "What?" It was like, so she watches Beasts or something, and he's never responded. And I'm like, what the heck? Yes, Mathis, this is Garo. This is Garo. I was like, hey, my friend, I don't even remember you being married. I don't even remember you having a significant other. So this is all news to me, dude. Yeah, Amanda, if you were, yeah. Funny, my friend is from the Netherlands too. Nah, he's not married to Amanda. I haven't been on the beta, no. How do I play, raid or casual? I do a bit of all of it, to be honest. I'm on a roleplay server, so when I'm bored, I just go in an RP with random groups, or with the guilds that I'm in, or various guilds I'm in. But a few of the guilds do have raid nights, so I do join in on that. Oh, this is the part that I was really not looking forward to. Alliance, Alliance all the way. Hello, Laughing Boy, good to see you. I freak out over doing the lettering on the bottom of Garo's leg. It's certainly not the best. Avengers Helicarrier? No, I haven't. Actually, that isn't too bad, really. It's not as neat as it could have been. You're trying to mod it? Oh wow. Have you got pictures up of it on the site at all? Oh. Try and reach in here to all the filigree and the lettering. This is gonna freak me out. See, trying to see right down in here, it's like impossible for you guys to see, but it's almost as difficult for me to see. I think we got it. And it's not like the text is anything important. Oh, I've been laughing. I've been on and off subscription with WoW. I keep falling in and out of love with it. A lot. Hopefully BFA makes me continue to like the game. Actually, no. If I really fall in love with Fallout 76, I may cancel my BattleNet subscription and just be like, nope, the Wasteland is for me. I'm just gonna paint a little bit of that prosthetic leg with some gold. onto the other leg. And all its filigree. Alright, Tuffy, well thanks for tuning in for now anyway. You can always catch up later if and when this one gets uploaded. Lance isn't in, and he usually does all that for me. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. Who's that you're asking, Mathis? For a gallery? The only stuff I have online is stuff that I haven't done in work. So it's like a lot of my personal stuff. That you'll find on Facebook under the title Lyons Painting Studio. So Lyons Painting Studio, if you can find that. That's my online gallery, so to speak. Isn't too bad. Get a bit more of that lettering on the leg. Not bad at all. Alright, let's work on the sword. Libertas. Is that as much gold as I want to put on? Or do I want to do any more? Well, I can't do much more anyway until I get some leather work done. He is the what do they call him? The Hand of the Sigillite or something like that. He's from Horus Heresy. He's basically a Death Guard Marine that decided to stay loyal during the Heresy and fled back to Terra, where he was essentially interned until Malcador the Sigillite came round and said, "I have work you could do, but you're going to need to wear this armor with my mark on it. You're no longer of the legions, all this sort of stuff." And he got sent out to do all sorts of little covert ops. Why am I drinking this when I have tea? Strange. Alright, let's get some leather work started. Do I have a nice brown? There you go, it's on the wiki. Need to look for a nice dark brown. Should have had an oak brown sitting about here somewhere. What's this? Nope. Where have all my paints gone? Aha! Right then. Is this base comb brush? There. Time to work on some leather or get some of the leather work started. So it's going to be this sort of loincloth piece and of course the cape and stuff on his back. So we're just using Army Painter Oak Brown just to block out this colour. It's definitely going to take a couple of coats. That's alright. Ah! And it fell all the way to the floor. Did it break? It did not. Sweet. I'm like Domino out of Deadpool 2. Now that I say that, something else is going to happen, and it's not going to be so fortunate. Justin just decided to come in and make a whole ton of noise. That's what he does. I think he just grabbed a toolbox. Yes, he did. It worries me when he grabs the toolbox. I have no idea what's going on. Oh man. Man, that would be such a good idea. And horrifying at the same time. I'll probably just paint in the holster for the bolt pistol and the scabbard at the same time. Just do them in the same color and then I can just pick them out later. Itchy eyes again. A couple of little belt pouches there that I'll get. So, yeah, we've thought about it. I can't remember. Did I? No, that was an experiment piece I did. No, haven't actually done any of the AVP stuff on camera. Unless I did the drop ship. No, we didn't. It'd be something to consider, maybe, yeah, in the future. But like many other things, like there's a million and one things to put out, and a million and other ideas that we'd like to explore. The best I can say is no promises. Okay, I think that's gonna do for the leather for the first coat anyway, and I'll let it all dry. And I'm actually gonna cut it short today, guys, because I know there's a lot of Celestial painting minis out there that need fixed. So what I'll do is revisit this guy tomorrow. I'll leave him as is. I'll maybe put the second coat of brown on just to have that as my starting point. And from there we'll just move on and see how I get on tomorrow afternoon. So guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been great to have you all in the chat, talking away. If you're new to these streams or anything like that, go on over to beastofwar.com or OnTableTop.com. Both work now. And sign yourself up with a free account, so on and so forth. If you want to go on and join Backstage, there's a 7-day free trial for new members. And there'll be tons of other stuff out there. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Manda, Milma, Laughing Boy, everybody who's all been pitching into the chat and having a good time. And damn it, Jerry, because he's not here. So damn it, Jerry. Right. Damn it, he is here. No. Well, there you go. I thought he was looking for stuff. Alright, guys. See you all again tomorrow. Hopefully you'll all join me. Take care of yourselves.